Hey folks, welcome back to Canada's Boxing Channel. Those of you who watch the channel regularly will notice that behind me there is now a piece of boxing paraphernalia. Arrived today from Amazon. Of course it is the iconic Muhammad Ali standing over the prone Sonny Liston. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it. It's not exactly what I wanted, and of course, as you can see, it arrived all folded up, and so I'm just hung it up there to let the folds kind of fall out. Maybe I'll keep it, maybe I won't. It's the thing with Amazon. You can never really tell, but hey, the return policies are good, aren't they? Okay. Let's talk about the next fight on the undercard of the Beterbiev Bivol 2 rematch, the last crescendo card, due for this coming Saturday, February 22nd, in the Kingdom Arena in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia. And this, of course, is the Shakur Stevenson Floyd Schofield match for the WBC lightweight title. Now, you may remember when I did my first video on this card, my initial picks, I was kind of leaning slightly towards Schofield, but really I had a lot of splinters in my butt because I was sort of so much on the fence. Well, I've had a month now to marinate and think this through, and I'll let you know at the end of this what I'm going to pick, where I'm going to put my money. But before we do that, let's have a little tale of the tape. So, both guys fight out of Texas. Both come via New Jersey. Hey, Stevenson is rated number 2 in the world. He's 27 years old, 5'8", 68-inch reach. He's a southpaw, and he's got a record of 22-0, 10 by way of. So that's 45, 46%, something like that, knockout ratio. No losses, of course. He's not been super active. And as you know from previous videos I do, activity plays a part in how I assess a fighter. So I'm not super pleased by the fact that he hasn't been overly active. In 2024, he had one fight, which went the distance, 12-round fight, over Harut Yunyan. I'm probably butchering his name. If you're a fan of his or whatever, do apologize. In 2023, he won the WBC lightweight title, which was a vacant title, by beating De Los Santos. Again, it went the distance, and I have to say, that wasn't the most exciting fight that one could see. And he had a 6-round TKO of Yoshino also in 2023. I would have liked to have seen him fight a little bit more, to be perfectly honest with you. A defensively blessed fighter, clearly, and a very, very technical, capable fellow. There's no doubt whatsoever about that. Floyd Schofield, on the other hand, is 22 years of age, 5'7", so he's slightly shorter man, orthodox fighter, 18-0, 12 by way of. So 65, 66% KO ratio. Again, no losses. A little bit more active, which I do like activity. 2024, he had 2 fights, unanimous decision over Giron, and a DQ over Suero. That's where Suero was warned a few times, and I think he ended up hitting him right in the bollocks with a real low blow, and walked away with a deserved disqualification. 2023, beat Ricardo Lopez, first round TKO. That was a mismatch, right? I think Lopez had been down 3, maybe 4 times in one round. Yeah, it was a mismatch. And he had 3 other fights that year as well. So slightly more active fighter of the two. He, interestingly, fun fact, his idol is Sugar Ray Robinson. And I'm really pleased to see that. A young fighter, a modern fighter, whose idol isn't necessarily like Sugar Ray Leonard, but no, Sugar Ray Robinson. And of course, as you know, if you watch this channel, Sugar Ray Robinson is my favorite fighter of all time. So Schofield has a little soft spot for him for that. I mean, it's kind of silly, isn't it? But hey, you know, whatever, right? I'm just being honest about how I see it, right? Key to victory here. Schofield's got to be aggressive. He's got to be cutting off the ring. He's got to be bringing the fight to Shakur. Shakur is the overwhelming betting favorite. I checked the odds just before I went on this video. In where I live, it's 1.08 decimal odds. So you put $1 on, you get 8 cents back by way of winnings, versus 8.50 for Schofield. So the bookies, which means all the people out there who are betting, putting money on, are really convinced that Shakur Stevenson is going to be able to prevail over Floyd Schofield. And I've not actually heard any YouTube people saying that they think that Schofield is got much of a chance. Well, of course, I haven't seen everybody that's out there, right? I watch a few different channels and whatnot, but I would like Schofield to win, because I always like to reward an aggressive fighter who brings the fight. And I think that might actually happen in this case. As I said, Shakur Stevenson has not been overly active. He's not an inspiring fighter to my eye. Now, of course, you know, your mileage may vary, and Shakur Stevenson is a 3-weight world champion. I mean, there's lots of very positive things to say about Shakur Stevenson. I'm not being disrespectful at all to him, and he's got a lot of fans, and he's a very accomplished athlete, of course. He's the older fellow. He's got more experience, of course. Though, you know, it's only 4 fights more, right? So it's not like he's a vastly more experienced fighter. I would say that Shakur's in his athletic prime at 27. That's usually about when men hit their that sweet spot, right? Whereas Schofield, 22, he's not yet peaked. He's sort of still up and coming. So this might be a big ask for him. And it's clearly a step up. It's a very big step up in quality of opposition. Initially, I was leaning towards Schofield, and I'm going to stay with Schofield. This is an emotional bet on my part. It's because I like the style of an aggressive fighter who brings the fight. And I also like the fact that he likes Sugar Ray Robinson. But no, I am going to stick with Floyd Schofield. This is not a fight where you want to take out a loan or bet next month's rent on or anything like that. I'm being quite frank here, where, you know, my brain tells me Shakur Stevenson is going to be able to successfully defend his belt based on experience, based on his technical ability, based on the fact that he's defensively blessed. I'm going to go with my belly, my increasingly large belly, so I'm told. I'm now at slightly over the cruiserweight limit, when I should actually be much lighter. Apparently carrying extra weight as you get older is no good for you. And yes, I need to be more moderate in my eating habits. I'm going to go with Schofield. Like I say, it's a real stretch bet. But I'm going to go for Schofield. I'm hoping that he's going to bring all of his offensive skills, that he's going to be able to cut off the ring, and he's going to be able to put it to Shakur Stevenson. That is the key for victory. I'm not going to say that he's going to stop Shakur, but I'm going to go for a points win for Floyd Schofield. In fact, my bet's going to be just a straight win. I don't care method of victory. I said in my previous video that I didn't think this would be the most exciting fight on the card. And I think it's fair to say, you know, because it takes 2 to tango, Shakur isn't known to be super exciting. Again, to my eye, right? And as you know, if you watch this channel, I don't watch boxing with a real technician's eye. I like to see a good fight, right? But I think that there's something about young Floyd that this might be his moment. And if he loses, I don't think that this shouldn't be anything, you know, that we take too much away from. He's still only 22. He's got lots of time ahead of him, and this could be a really good learning opportunity. So my fingers are crossed for him, but as long as he puts up a good show, I see there won't be any downside to him losing. Shakur, on the other hand, if he loses here, it'll be a different question. So, of course, he's still 27. He can absolutely come back. But he's got more at stake in my mind. Anyway, there we go. That's my take. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. Please like, please subscribe if you haven't done so already. If you have, that's awesome. I really appreciate that. And wherever you are in the world, have a fabulous day. We'll see you on the next video. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.